President Biden will be addressing the nation on January 6th, marking the day that politicians and the media now describe as one of America's darkest days. Their tone in regards to January 6th makes it remarkably clear these people have been so incredibly insulated from the damage they regularly inflict on this country. January 6th was so shocking to them. Why? Because usually when this country goes to hell, and it often does, it happens far away from their fancy D.C. dinners where lobbyists bribe them into making choices that every single day lower your quality of life. This time, something bad actually impacted the people who are running this country. And they still have PTSD from that moment.
Nobody, Jake, is above the law. Nobody. Not the president. He's not a king. Not former presidents. They aren't former kings. Nobody is above the law.
I'll never forgive former president of the United States and his lackeys and his bullies that he sent to the Capitol for the trauma that what was exerted on our staff.
The trauma that he inflicted on me. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who's made millions skirting our lax political corruption laws. I'm just trying to be a corrupt politician in Washington, and I had to go through something like this. How dare you, Donald Trump? Well, she's announced that her office is planning a series of events to commemorate the day, including a prayerful vigil and a discussion among historians. That should be rich. The solemn observance, that's a quote, will of course be live streamed so that the media can get a hold of it. Joe Biden, who along with his son and brother make up the most nakedly corrupt political family this country has seen in decades, a president happy to stir up race riots for political gain, will also commemorate the heart-wrenching January 6th with a speech of his own. Here he was with ABC News last night.
I think accountability is necessary. Look.
And that means if it goes right into the previous administration?
Those responsible should be held accountable.
Get ready for the media to mourn January 6th, as it has for the last 11 months anyway. Worse than 9/11, they'll tell you. They've been instrumental in turning a really bad day for the Republican Party, which it was, into an insurrection so dangerous that we were on the cusp of losing our country. A few hundred unarmed, pissed-off Trump supporters with MAGA flags were this close to taking over the United States. A country with the world's most capable military was nearly taken down that day. And again, it was a bad day. We reported it accurately here at Newsmax. I actually anchored the coverage that afternoon. Nobody is proud of January 6th, but we've learned so much in the aftermath of that day. Recently, Mark Meadows' text messages proved how unplanned it all was. Shocked texts coming in from the president's own son. Oh, wait, I thought this was a coordinated attack on the Capitol. Donald Trump Jr. didn't know about it? That's surprising. Remember, this was what Trump actually said in those final moments right before the march to the Capitol began.
I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
Peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. Trump himself has announced he will be having a press conference at Mar-a-Lago on January 6th. Over at CNN, fake Republican S.E. Cupp, honorary Lincoln Project member, I would assume, has no clue what is going to happen at Mar-a-Lago on January 6th or what the president is going to say, but she's certainly outraged anyway. Take a listen to this incredible load of nonsense.
January 6th was one of the darkest days in modern American history. The idea that he would hold any kind of propaganda event, because let's be clear, that's what it will be, where he takes yet another opportunity to spread more lies, which I presume he will, where he exploits a tragedy, which I presume he will. Well, it makes me nauseous. It makes me sad and very nervous and afraid.
Which I presume it will. I really don't know anything, but I'm already very scared. Jim Jordan has been subpoenaed in this investigation. He actually outlined exactly what this all is very well. Take a listen.
It's the weaponization of government. 10 years ago, it was the IRS targeting folks who are like here at this great conference. And then this past week, it was, oh, we're going to weaponize the contempt power of Congress. It's all designed to go after President Trump and maybe more importantly, the people who in this country who are pushing back against the left.
Just today, Trump appealed to the Supreme Court to block the House January 6th committee from accessing White House documents. He's maintained he has the right to assert executive privilege over the documents and argues that releasing them would damage the presidency in the future, which is actually an argument that even liberal outlets have been making. What will this do to presidencies in the future if you go this direction?